Welcome to my video for factoring with a leading coefficient, part 1. So leading coefficient was a little bit of vocabulary we had in the last unit, but let's just remind ourselves what the leading coefficient is. So in order to identify what the leading coefficient is, we need to put the polynomial into descending order. So a reminder, descending order, the degree of each term goes down from left to right. The leading coefficient then is the coefficient of the first term when you have your polynomial in descending order. So for example, if I have 3x squared plus 9x plus 6, I have this in descending order because the degree of each term goes down from left to right. 3 is my leading coefficient. So if you're factoring something with a leading coefficient, the first thing you should do is try to factor out the leading coefficient. Again, if you're factoring something with a leading coefficient, the first thing you should do is try to factor out the leading coefficient. So let's go back to our example with 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. My leading coefficient is 3. I'm going to try to factor out that 3. I notice that all my other terms are divisible by 3, so I am going to be able to factor that out. That means 3x squared plus 9x plus 6 is going to be equal to 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 2. Now that I've factored out the 3, I know how to factor this trinomial. I need to make a diamond problem. My product is 2. My sum is 3. Two numbers that multiply to 2 and add to 3 are 1 and 2. So that means I can factor this trinomial into x plus 1 times x plus 2. And now I can't forget about the 3 that I factored out in the beginning. So that means my final answer is 3 times x plus 1 times x plus 2. Please pause the video, and on your own, I'd like you to attempt the following problem. Again, please pause the video. So I'm going to start by trying to factor out my leading coefficient. My leading coefficient in this case is negative 5. I notice that all my other terms are divisible by negative 5, so I get negative 5 times x squared plus 2x minus 15. And it looks like I forgot the x term in my minus 10x. Hopefully you've filled that out and realized that that shouldn't have been minus 10 plus 75, that we were actually missing that x term. If you did not notice that, please pause the video and try to complete it from this point. So again, I have a diamond problem to complete. I need numbers that multiply to negative 15 and add to 2. Since I'm multiplying to a negative number, that means that one of my numbers is negative, one of my numbers is positive, and it looks like 5 and negative 3 are going to work here. So my factored form is negative 5 times x plus 5 times x minus 3.